Hello and welcome, inspired podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is Elaine Willis. Is it? Laney?
Will without the I, but you're nearly there, Caroline. Wills.
Wilt. You are Wilt?
Yes.
Elaine Wilt? Oh, we met before. We studied together in a study group, in a book study with
Yeah.
Troy. I met you
Yes.
there, and we met in person as well in Los
Yes.
Angeles last September. How are you
Yes.
doing today?
I'm doing really good, Caroline. Really, really good. It's a bank holiday here in the UK, so all is good. All is good.
It's fantastic, and I want to introduce you to the audience. You are on your journey as a spiritual entrepreneur, digital marketer, inspiring others to find
Yes.
their purpose after grief and loss.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What inspired you to go on this journey?
Well, a few years back, Caroline, I'd say 10 plus, I lost a best friend, very dear friend. He'd been a friend like for over 20 years, and he died suddenly in his sleep. So it was a bit of a shock. So took a long time really to get over that. And then after that, then my sister had terminal cancer, and then she died a year later. So when I was kind of getting myself together, so to speak, then my
Yeah.
sister tragedy hit again. So it was all a bit much, and then that's when I kind of went downhill through the grief, Caroline, and ill health, just panic attacks, really chronic panic attacks, um, and just really, just losing my confidence because I was so confident before that, but it happens, something like that. Grief can just hit you like a bomb and it just comes out of nowhere. And I think when something happens unexpectedly, as we know,
Yeah.
people we know as well, it's a bit of a shock too. So it's trauma as well, just kind of getting over, the trauma, the grief. It's loss really, Caroline, the loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Lost.
basically how that's what happened way back, and then finding spirituality as a means of nothing work that I tried out to make myself better, like counseling, um, just just basically trying to get help, doctors, been on medication, didn't work, chronic panic attacks got worse and worse. And then I found Troy online and Bob Proctor. Those were the two people that changed everything. Yeah, so that's how it started with spirituality and meeting all these wonderful people like yourself,
Oh,
Caroline. Like
yeah.
maybe had been through a lot, maybe from childhood or grief, loss, tragedy, who have found spirituality and like-minded people who just want to get better, and basically looking from the inside out and not the outside in. So looking from the inside out is what has actually healed me. So the chronic panic attacks, and they subsided, they get lesser and lesser. I would get the very, 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 God, maybe one every few months, if that, but I can manage them now. So yeah, I thought there was something wrong with me mentally, but it wasn't. It was just I didn't know who I really was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you mentioned already the study group, and we met. It was
yes,
3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and it
yes,
started on
yes.
TikTok, right?
It started, oh my God, yeah. So it started on TikTok when I met Troy, and I kept following him, and I didn't really understand anything that he was talking about. And then I joined one of the, I didn't understand it because we don't understand, you don't
Yeah.
understand. And I was like, God.
No.
So the more I kind of watched him and his replays and everything, I was like, oh, I have to get on one of these calls. So then that's where I met all yous and just listened to everybody and what they've been through. And so the more study, it was study, remember, it used to be daily study then, remember, Troy? And then it was just the more understanding I got, then I applied it, and then I started to get better and better and better and better and better. And that's how it all started, Caroline. And Troy really helped me and guided me into making decisions that I'd never made before, some scary decisions. Um, and then I just faced my fears, and then when I look back on it, it was worry, doubt, and fear that caused the panic attacks.
Mhm.
Really? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I remember when I was following on TikTok, it was in the COVID phase, and we were not meant to leave our houses. And then we were on that TikTok live every evening. For me, it was evening. For you as well.
Yes,
We
yes,
have
yes.
different time zones, and I remember we were in the chat there. And when I think back at that moment, if I would have imagined where we are now, it wouldn't
I
be.
know, because I was such this delicate little thing that cried a lot. I used to cry every day. I said, why am I crying so much? But I think it was just releasing all of the trauma and just releasing everything. And just being able to be yourselves, Caroline, on the calls. That's what I found. Just being able to be yourself and not have any limitations. And everybody like is on the same journey. We're all maybe our goals are towards different things, but we're all still the same. You know, we all think the same. You know, we're all connected spiritually. So this is the journey. So the journey is spirituality and grief and loss, and just being able to um, just show people that they can end their suffering and just inspire others to step into the unknown and become a better version of themselves, really. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really inspiring
Mm.
because you can tell the people that you've been through all that what they are experiencing right now.
Yeah.
And this is where your help comes into play. You can help.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. That there. And then also, Caroline, I have a dog. I love dogs, like small dogs. I've had a love for chihuahuas. So my dogs would be a big part of my life. And then, as you know, I've got the little white chihuahua. And then beforehand had another two dogs, but they passed away. And then when they passed away, I was like, oh my God, trauma, like the trauma I went through with that, even with a dog, like the love of the dog. So I think even having a dog, if you're a single person like me, you, like even you've a cat, Caroline,
Yeah.
like even like a dog, like just gives you so much comfort and love, you
Yes.
know? So
Absolutely.
yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that so much what you said about the dogs as well. And you mentioned already who inspired you or who inspires you now. It is Bob Proctor. Then we had Troy. We had Ramy as well. This was where
Really.
we met in
Yes.
September and he passed
Such a,
away.
yeah, it was a big shock. It was a sudden, like I just, like you, Caroline, the shock, I just burst out. I cried, I think, for 2 to 3 days, like very emotional. And I think we only probably met the once, but over a long period of time, over the 3 days. But it was his presence, his spirit, his character, his aura,
Yeah.
his charisma. And that is why we were so upset,
Yes.
because of his
And
charisma.
we
And
connected
um,
also in the
yeah.
garden. You remember when we were standing in the garden holding hands,
Oh,
everyone, we
holding
connected.
hands. We were all
Yeah.
in the ring, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful!" And like, I think even with Rami, Rami just wanted. He says, "I want to try this out. Come on, we'll all go in a ring." And he just felt all the energy. It was like electricity going through all our bodies, wasn't it? Was amazing. It was like surreal in a way. It was like, am I actually standing here with a billionaire who
Yeah.
just wants to hold hands and wear his t-shirt and jeans and
Yeah.
sing and dance?
It
You
was
know,
like a pact,
um,
like an impact we
like
made
an
on
impact.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the unity.
137 people connecting with
Yeah,
universal mind.
yeah,
It was so amazing. And do you have
yeah, yeah.
other people that inspire
Well,
you?
Bob Proctor was the first. Troy really inspires me as well. Also David Goggins.
Oh,
Um, he went through a lot of trauma as a child, and he went through a lot of trauma, like with abuse mentally, physically. He used to be really, really overweight and he just ran every day and he just focused on himself, his goals. And he really inspires me. I think out of everybody, like the biggest, even Rhonda Byrne,
Oh,
I think after meeting, actually physically meeting Troy and Rami, they would be the two people
mhm.
that really inspire me. And everybody else, like yourself, you inspire me too. Like
Thank you.
even everybody that's in our group, even everybody that we connect with, they all inspire me. But I'm so glad that we met Rami and Troy. I
Yeah.
call them Rami together.
Oh, yeah, this is beautiful.
Rami called them Trami.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Tommy.
not that way, not
Yeah, it's like a dream team. It's
Trami. So I just call them Trami. I think maybe
fun.
Troy should maybe do something with Trami. But anyway, I think
Wow.
but yeah, I try actually Rhonda Byrne.
Mm,
She inspires me quite a lot because she came from like where she lost everything
mm,
and she used to write out checks with like so many thousand on it or whatever. And she's such like the way she explains things, like Troy,
mhm,
overcomplicate it, and just how to apply it. And these people have been through it, so they know. And also Neville Goddard.
oh, yes.
Love Neville Goddard. Really love him. Of all his books. Psycho-Cybernetics is a book now I really love.
Mhm,
And the reason why I love that is because a lot of people base their life on like maybe external things like
mhm,
clothes, fast
mhm,
cars, um, all that there. Whereas with Psycho-Cybernetics, it's all about the inside out, inside out. And then when you focus on the inside out, then you actually feel better and you attract the right people into your life as well. So it's all about self-love, Caroline.
yes. Mhm.
It's all
That's
it's about feeling good, just feeling good and feeling happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
attract more of that, what we send out. And my
Yeah.
next question is, how do you inspire other people?
Well, do you know what, Caroline? A lot of people would come up to me to me, like I would bring my dog out in a buggy. This is only an example, and they would go, oh my God, I love your dog, and I wish I could do that. And you're so confident, and you're so this, and you're so like, you laugh, you smile all the time, you're so positive, you give out good energy because that is who I am.
Yeah.
And I think because of my age, like I'm 57 now, I'll be 58 in August, and I think I would inspire maybe the older generation
Oh,
to um, start something big for themselves, just look from the inside out. A lot of people, and you know yourself, Caroline, with the paradigms, when you're a certain age, you're done. When you retire, you're done. You're
mhm,
fit for nothing. But that's just not true.
mhm.
So everything that I have learned, I just hope that I can inspire a lot more people, but like to go out to a lot more people, men, women, maybe 40 plus, even up to 70 years old, that it's the beginning, it's not the end.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
true.
yeah, and even
Oh,
Rami, like Rami used to say that. I know Rami was saying like, you've got so many years, days, whatever, just make the most of it, do what makes you happy, just take risks. So if I could get out to thousands and thousands of more people who are in that mindset where life's over, or they're too old, or they're going through grief, or maybe their partner's left them, or it's the beginning, it's not the end. Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you so much for sharing. And I have
yeah.
another question for you. Is what are your gifts and talents?
My gifts. Well, do you know what they say? People say I make them laugh.
Oh,
Right?
yes,
Which is a good thing. And I think if you can laugh, right, and smile, it takes years off your life too, Caroline. When
yes.
you laugh and you smile and it's good for the body, I think inspire other people's as well. I think it's just through my focus and just being like laser focused and
Mhm.
just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I would just inspire a lot of people as well. I would go up to people and I tell them, like, I would go up to people, say, look, do you know what? You are beautiful. You're gorgeous. You've got lovely teeth. Like, you've got this great aura about you. I love that. And if you can leave somebody and tell them something nice about themselves like that, there means a lot to me. So that
Yeah.
energy, back and forth, so that's how I would
Oh,
inspire, Yeah, yeah,
that's inspiring. This is a gift you have, and you have to share it
yeah.
with the world. Thank you so much. And what is a goal or your goal for 2024?
Well, my goal for this year, Caroline, would be I've actually got 2 or 3 goals. So one of them would be have my own dog brand. So I'm in the start of the process. I've got the URL and everything. And
Mhm.
because obviously with digital marketing, I'm doing a course at the moment. The course now involves a lot of social media platforms that I'm learning at the moment. So I'm nearly halfway through it. There's lots and lots to learn. It can be quite overwhelming. So I'm just doing one step at a time, setting all the platforms up. But I just keep imagining, into the feeling that it's done. I've done it. And then also just basically I've just bought a new apartment, Caroline. It was
Mhm.
been
Yeah.
agreed, I think I move in about 3 months' time. And it was quite overwhelming. I was like, so I've got that anyway. So my goal would be just to reach out to at least 5,000 people, 5,000, 5,000 onto my new Facebook page and
Mhm.
Instagram, TikTok, and get them onto the social media, the roadmap course, and get them to try it out. And whatever niche or whatever they love, whatever their passion is, this roadmap course will
Mhm.
help them achieve their goals and dreams.
Oh.
So it's really about that, and also to attract more Chihuahua lovers, tiny dog lovers, believe it or not, who are spiritual. So anybody out there with a dog, a small dog that is spiritual or maybe a feel lost, that's the type of audience that I want to attract, because that's what I desire, that just makes me happy. So that's what it would be, yeah. Yeah. And a holiday home, but I think that maybe be 2 years' time. I want to have a holiday home abroad where,
Oh.
for all of us to meet up too,
Yeah.
just bring all the entrepreneurs and everybody that I met in Success Accelerator. That's something that one of my goals would be, to arrange another. I know with Rami, we were all obviously wanting to meet up again, have another Rami event, but I would love to get everybody from the Success Accelerator and get us all together, and just do
Yes.
something for Rami. What he's given to us,
Oh.
we can give back to him. We know
Mm.
it would be something. Yeah. I don't know what that's going to be, but that's something that I would love to do, in
Oh.
his memory. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can understand because this is also what the podcast is about. My 1111 episodes with all of the beautiful guests like yourself.
That's
And
amazing.
of course, my goal is to interview everyone of the Remit event and then
Yeah.
have a celebration with everyone who was.
Yes, have the celebration with everyone on, and we can all celebrate it.
Yes.
Caroline, you've done really well, actually. You're so
Thank you so
focused.
much.
You're so driven.
Yeah, I'm driven. I'm goal driven by my burning
Yeah,
desire. We learned this
yeah,
on Napoleon Hill as
yeah,
well. And I remember when we celebrated your new apartment one
yeah,
month ago or so, when you
yeah,
announced that you
yeah,
found it. It's a dream that came true. So congratulations again.
yeah,
And I have
yeah,
one last question for you, okay? One last question. So, okay, your goal is 5,000 to reach 5,000 people on social media, and we will all work on that because please, people, reach out to Elaine. She's amazing. And this is my question. When people reach out to you after listening to this episode, do you have special offers or services?
yeah. Well, if you want to reach out for me, you'll get me on TikTok, and that's obviously Laney and Lala's Digital Freedom. Yeah, you can connect with me if you need any advice on the roadmap course or the roadmap course. You can actually private message me. Now, obviously, I can't sell it at the moment because I need 1,000 followers. But one of the reasons why I'm on, it's not for money. It's not actually just to sell the course, but it's just to bring people onto the platform who feel lost, who want to know
Mm.
about spirituality, who want to know about, starting up a new business, who just need advice and guidance really. So they can reach me on that. And then also I have a Facebook page as well. It's the same name, Laney and Lala's Digital Freedom. And obviously we're all in it together. So if anybody else has any ideas for me even, that maybe have started a new business up, that want to give me hints and tips, we can help each other,
Yes.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of dog lovers, I want to get lots of dog lovers on there, or anybody's got chihuahuas. I don't know
Mm.
about you, but I just love them. I would have 100 of them in my house if I could.
Wow, this is so
Yeah,
amazing. Please reach out to Elaine, even if you don't have a dog, because maybe you plan
yeah,
to have a dog or you
yeah,
get the
yeah,
desire. So
yeah,
thank you very much. Yes, I will put the links in the show notes.
yeah, yes,
And
yes,
you
yeah.
have a last message for our audience then?
Just the message that I would have for people, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel anxious, worried out, face your fears and just do not welcome fear and doubt. Those two words do not exist because they're not you. Your guardian angel is your heart. Your heart. Always go to the heart. Always go to your tuition. And if you feel calm, free, happy, that's when you make decisions because that's your higher self. And when you feel off, not right, that's not you, that's ego. So just remember who you are. Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was a very inspiring interview. Please reach out to
Welcome.
Elaine. Laney Wills. This is the right
Yeah.
name. Thank you
You can
so
call
much.
me Laney or Elaine. The family call me Elaine Caroline, but you can all call me Laney.
Okay, Laney. Okay, Laney. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Laney
that we
Wills.
met. And
Laney Wills
see,
until maybe I get my soulmate, maybe be Laney Wills, something else. You never know.
oh, no, you never know. So thank you so much and see you in the next episode.